This video contains preliminary information about 1996 Polaris snowmobiles, and Polaris reserves the right to change models, colors, and specifications at any time without incurring obligation.
Innovation and imagination are the keys to making the best better. And at Polaris, we take this very seriously. Constantly striving for excellence, Polaris brings snowmobiling into the 21st century and beyond. In keeping with our pioneering tradition, this year, Polaris offers two new suspensions to enhance your riding experience. The new XTRA 10 and XTRA 12 rear suspensions incorporate the latest technology for a ride the other guys only wish they had. Derived from the racing version of the XTRA Special, the XTRA 10 rear suspension employs the latest technology of our XTRA 12 suspension. When compared to the XC100, you'll find the XTRA 10 has no speed loss, insignificant changes in the height and width of the machine, a minimal weight gain of only 1.5 pounds, excellent deep snow performance capability, and a 43% increase in travel over the standard XC100. The XTRA 10 has 8 inches of true vertical travel and 10 inches of rear axle travel. With numbers like these, you've got a winner no matter how you measure it. Other features of the XTRA 10 include easily adjusted ride height, improved weight transfer over other long travel models. In fact, the weight transfer characteristics are very similar to an XC100. Rugged fastener systems such as through bolts and mechanical locking fasteners in critical areas, and a 133-inch track length on some models for deep snow or touring. The XTRA 10 employs the coupling action provided by the front and rear scissor stops found on our XTRA 12 rear suspension. The front rear scissor stop controls the bump attitude of the rear suspension. As the front torque arm hits the bump, it forces the rear scissors to collapse a predetermined amount, thus preparing the rear of the suspension for the bump. In other words, the suspension only sees the bump once, preventing any kicking motion. This also enables the front torque arm and rear scissors to borrow spring rate from each other, allowing the use of a lower rate springs for a plush ride. When the rear of the suspension hits the bump, it forces the front torque arm to collapse, borrowing some of the front track shock spring rate. The rear scissor stop allows the use of a lighter rear torsion spring. The XTRA 10 suspensions are equipped with either Fox high-pressure gas shocks or Gabriel shocks depending on the model. Models equipped with Gabriel or Ride AFX shocks feature the Polaris exclusive Indy Select compression adjustable shock for use on all key locations on the suspension. Give them a turn, they really work, and you'll only find them on a Polaris. The XTRA 12 rear suspension lets you lead the pack through the rough without sacrificing control or comfort. That's because a full 10 inches of vertical travel and 12 inches of rear axle travel soak up the biggest bumps, even at higher speeds. Some of the notable features of this rugged suspension include shields on the springs to prevent snow and ice buildup and provide trouble-free operation, dual limiter straps to provide secure limiting of the suspension while allowing ease of adjustment, chrome silicone steel compression springs for durability and longevity, rugged fastener systems such as through bolts and mechanical locking fasteners in critical areas, jounce bumpers on the rails and front torque arm to provide a cushioned stop when full suspension travel is utilized, and a 133-inch track length on some models for touring or deep snow. The XTRA 12 suspension has a full range of adjustments to provide an uncompromised ride. Adjustable scissor stops help accommodate a wide range of riding styles. These stops determine the amount of coupling action between the front and rear of the suspension. In the stock position, the front rear scissor stop provides the best performance in rough terrain. The front stop can also be adjusted for drivers who prefer more ski pressure for aggressive riding on winding trails. The rear scissor stop mostly affects the suspension's weight transfer. A shorter stop provides more weight transfer and less ski pressure for excellent deep snow performance. A quick adjust center spring lets you increase or decrease spring preload without opening your toolbox. Just turn the spring by hand to quickly adjust for varying rider size. The rear torsion spring adjustment block has 2 positions to provide extra suspension carrying capacity. 2 shock control rods regulate the shock movement to ensure proper balance between shock stroke and suspension travel for a smooth ride. So what do the rear scissor stop, front rear scissor stop, and these extra travel suspensions mean for you? Only the greatest snowmobile taming suspensions to ever hit the market. If you're ready for the ride of the future, it's here today, but it's only available from Polaris. Leadership by design.